he looking at me, and when he hitting it, he's like this. And he look at me, he look at her, and he look at me, he's like, I looked at him, I said, oh, this nigga's a L.
It's about to be a situation. It's about to be a situation. It's about to be a situation. Cause it's about to be a situation. It's about to be.
So today, what we gonna get into is we gonna talk about wife beater. And like I said, I ain't gonna say no real names. His name is gonna be wife beater. And you're gonna realize why I call him wife beater. So let's get to it. Like I said, everything that I'm talking about is real life examples and real life situations that either I've been through, I witnessed, or I heard from a real source. Okay, I was about 16. My boy, wife beater, he got a girl, right? He got a girl at this point, and I got a girl at this point. It's Valentine's Day. He want to go get something for his shorty, and I want to go get something for my shorty. We took the Q train and we took it to DeKalb, which was downtown. At this point, he was a virgin still, but he just started talking to her like maybe like a month or two. Now this is where crazy stuff. This is where the situation starts. We finished all of that. We wrapped it up. We walking back now. We about to take the Q train back from DeKalb to Church Avenue. We go down to the train station, and there's a crackhead. There's a crackhead there. Some old lady, Spanish old lady, looking crazy. She looking like crazy or whatever. She's like, hey, can you spare some change and shit? And I'm just like, at this point, like I'm young. I'm 16. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still on my young shit. So, I was like, hell nah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got nothing for you. And then I walked past her, and then like I walked like 5 feet. And like I said, I was young, so I was kind of like, I'm still young. I'm doing dumb shit. So when I passed her, I was like, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of controversy off of this. But like I said, I was young, so I was like, I passed her, I was like suck my dick. You know what I'm saying? I said some dumb shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like I was young. You know what I'm saying? I was young. I was dumb. Even me saying that shit, I feel dumb. You know what I'm saying? So I'm walking and all I see is a tap. Like I'm like a tap. I'm like, yo, she tapped me. Same chick I just sent that to, the crackhead, dope fiend. Strung out. She strung out crazy, like looking at me like he's like, she's like, what you said? So now I'm thinking she about to violate me or something like that. I'm looking like, damn, like. So she was like, what you said? I was like, I ain't say nothing. She was like, oh, cause I think I heard you say you wanted a blowjob or something. I was like, I don't even know what to say right now. Like I'm kind of like under pressure. Like what do I say at this point? So I'm not. I'm just looking at her like, wait, what? She says, she says, how much you got? So now I'm just like, oh, she's serious. Like, now she really. So now I'm just like, I'm like, I'm like, nah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. My boy, he's the same one, wife beater. He comes up because he sees like she's talking to me now. So he comes up and he's like, yo, what you want? What you want? Like, what you talking about? And then I looked at him. I was like, nah, she was saying, I told him straight up. I said, nah, she was talking about, she'll do something for 5 cash. So I didn't think he was gonna say what he was gonna say. Like I thought he was, like I said, I thought, and this is the reason why I say don't ever think somebody is who they is. Like this is my message. Like you don't know who is unless situations happen. Like when you're under pressure or like when you're in a situation, that's when the real of them come out. And I knew him maybe for like a couple, I don't know if a couple months or a year, but all I know is like he was always trying to lose his virginity, talking about girls, but he never lost it or whatever. I don't know. He was like an addict. You could tell he was a sex addict, but like he just never had sex. Like how you a sex addict and never had sex? You know what I'm saying? Um, so at this point he's like, yo, I think I'm gonna give her like I'm gonna give her some bread. Like I just want neck. So I'm looking at him. I'm like, what? Like what are you talking about? He's like, yo, I'm not gonna hit it. I just want the neck. Like I just want to feel how I feel like to get the neck. I was like, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Like, so Now she on some shit like she looking custy-ish. You know what I'm saying? Like a custy customer. You know what I'm saying? She looking custy. Like she heard 5 cash. She like she open now. You know what I'm saying? So now my boy like, yeah, I got 5 for you or whatever the case may be. And then she's like, okay, I got a spot. So we trust in her. I'm just like, yo, like if you want to get your shit situated, like, you know what I'm saying, you try and get the neck, like, I mean, I'ma come with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm your boy, but I'm just looking at him kind of leery, but at the same time, I'm young and I'm just like, we walking down the block and now she's looking at us and she's like, both of y'all handsome, this and that, and she's just talking, missing teeth. She looking like she high already, you know what I'm saying? She looking crazy, like. So this is around the time like I had a psychic. I think I had a psychic or whatever, and I'm talking to my shorty at the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to her via AIM. Yeah, it was AIM. I'm talking to her via AIM, but she don't know anything, and I'm just talking to her just regular. We walking up the block and she's like trying to talk to us, and while she talking to us, she's on some shit like this, like, yeah. And I'm saying, like, her eyes rolling back, so I could tell like she kind of high and shit. I kind of feel bad for her because she looked at like she was like in her 40s, and you could tell like she was addicted to something. I don't know what she was on. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you that. I like to get off the subject a lot, but I'm gonna say this real quick. Anybody that's addicted to anything, you can overcome it. You just gotta want to overcome it. So, I'm looking at her and she looking stringed out crazy. Like she looking like, yo, like, she wilding. So she's like, oh, we could go in this building, and it was a building like 2 blocks away from the train station. It was the decal station. And I'm just looking at her like she must, I don't know, she must do this a lot or something. She know the building and everything, you know what I'm saying? She take us in this building, and when she taking us in there, she's like, all right, I'm gonna go all the way to the roof. I gotta use the bathroom real quick. I'm experiencing everything first time. I'm just there. So I'm telling my boy, and I'm like, yo, like sure, like, you know what I'm saying, like, like you could back out right now type shit. And he's just like, nah. He was an addict, sex addict, you know what I'm saying? Now we go to like the last floor. It was like a stairs where like it leads to the door to the roof. So now she goes up there. I'm thinking she gonna go on the roof. Yo, she don't even go on the roof. She goes, the door's here. Say this is the roof and this is the door. She's in front of the door. She didn't even go out. She's in front of the door. I'm watching her. Like, I'm literally watching her, and she goes, I think she had like a dress or a skirt on. I forget. But all I know is she took a piss. Not even on the roof. Like she took it on the stairs. She's pissing on the fucking stairs. You could hear it. It's like shh. And it's so strong that it's hitting the fucking stairs and it's splashing to the point where at one point the shit was fucking dripping in between. I'm on my phone talking to my shorty at the time, and I'm seeing the piss dropping. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm over here about to get cooked with the fucking piss. I'm like, I had to move back. I'm just like, at this point, I'm talking to my shorty. She don't know anything that's going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell her. I'm not gonna snitch my mans. But at this point, I'm thinking like this shit like some fucking HBO shit. Cause this around the time when HBO was popping with the fucking late night, the sex shit and the fucking, like the late night shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't ask how I know, but I knew. So it was like, not only is it dripping, but I smell it, and I'm only in between the stairs, like, and I'm smelling the shit, and this shit smell like cat piss. Like, I don't know what the fuck she was drinking. I don't know what the fuck she eating. I'm pretty sure whatever she putting in her body, that shit ain't no good at all. In my head, I'm like, that's my boy, but I hope he ain't really like he catching the neck, but I hope he ain't doing that more than that. Even though he shouldn't even be doing that. I'm smelling it. I'm just like, yo, you smell that? And then he's like, yeah, that shit smell crazy. And I'm thinking he about to like be on some like, yo, nah, I'm good. This nigga. She comes downstairs at this point and she's looking at him. She's like, you ready? You ready? I'm like looking at her and I'm just like, I hope this nigga would just flop. You know what I mean? This nigga says, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. So I'm like, oh, hell nah. This nigga wild. He a virgin. He never did nothing. At this point, he looking up to like me and, well, really me because I just lost my virginity. He probably was around like 14 or 15. I'm right there. I'm texting Shorty, and I'm in my head, like I said, the whole time. I'm like, yo, this is some HBO shit. Like, you know I'm saying this is crazy. Like I'm not even believing this shit going on. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, this shit wild. Now I'm hearing him. I hear like the condom rap, so I'm like, oh, this nigga about to go crazy or something. I don't know. He supposedly he about to get the neck. I hear him and he's like, no homo. Like you hear the nigga moaning like. So I'm like, oh, this nigga getting it in. Like he getting it in right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck he doing. Like, he getting it in, I guess. Then I'm hearing like him saying like, come over here. Like, what the fuck you mean get over here? Like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean get over here? Like, this nigga over here doing some extra shit. You know what I'm saying? So I hear like, so I'm like, this nigga, I hope this nigga not hitting it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, yo, I hope this nigga not hitting it. Like, this nigga hitting it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hearing no homo. I'm curious now. Like I want to know what the fuck he doing now. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm like, let me go up there real quick. Let me see what the fuck he doing. Like, is he getting next still? Like what? I go up. This nigga got her. He hitting it from the back like this, and you see her like this. Like, nah, I don't even want to do the position because that shit look mo. But anyways, so he hitting it like that, and cause I'm looking now. I'm like, oh hell nah. You know what I'm saying? And this nigga got her like basically like on the stairs. Like he's sitting down on the stairs and she's on top of him. So now I'm looking, I'm like, I know this nigga ain't doing no fucking positions with this chick. I know he ain't doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of like disappointed, but I'm like, no, this nigga was a virgin. I want y'all to know that. This nigga doing a fucking position with a fucking dope fiend right now on the motherfucking stairs. And I'm looking, and I just looked once, and I was like, oh hell no. Nah. And I just went back downstairs. I was like, nah. I know this nigga ain't just lose his virginity to a fucking crackhead. That's what I was saying in my head. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm hoping he's strapping up. I did hear the condom rapper, but in my head I'm just like, I hope he kept it on. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, all right, let's go over there. I'm hearing him. I'm not too far from him. I'm literally 7, 8 steps down from him. You know what I mean? On my phone, like it's an HBO show. And I'm just like, I know he ain't just do all of that shit, but in my head I'm just talking to my shorty. I'm like, yo, we just chilling and we coming back right now. You know what I mean? In my head I'm just like, this nigga is fucking wilding. You know what I mean? So I, I swear everything I love. If I'm lying, I'm dying right now. I go up because like, now I'm curious again. Like, what the fuck is you doing, bro? Like, this nigga, he got her bent over and he's hitting it from the back again. But he's not sitting out on the stairs now. He's like literally standing up and he's hitting it from the back. Then he sees me and he's like this, like looking at me like he the man or something. I'm like, bro, like you shouldn't even be proud of this shit. Like, yo, bro, like, like, what? Like, he hitting it and he trying to like prove a point. Like he trying to, I go up there and this nigga hitting it harder. Like, and I'm just like, bro, like, hey, bro, like, you know what you doing right now? Like, so, so, so now he hitting it crazy. He looking at me, and when he hitting it, he's like this. And he look at me, he look at her, and he look at me. He's like, I looked at him. I said, oh, this nigga's a L. I just looked at him and I said, this nigga's a fucking L. I can't even fucking imagine how her shit smell. Because she just took a fucking cat piss. Smell like fucking stray cats. And then you over here fucking doing positions with her, and then you hit it from the back, and then all of a sudden you look at me and you like this. What the fuck is you doing, bro? What the fuck is you doing? This nigga's doing positions with this fucking chick. This nigga was like telling her what to do, telling her like yo positions. Throughout the whole shit, it was probably like a good 15, 20 minutes. I go up and now he getting neck from it, right? And while he getting neck from it, I'm looking at her. I felt crazy. I felt crazy. The reason why I say I felt crazy was because she was giving the nigga neck, and her eyes was like behind her head, giving him neck. And I'm looking at her, and I'm like, yo, this nigga is tripping. Like, yo, what is he doing? You know what I'm saying? Guess what? He had a 930. You know what I'm saying? That was the best phone out at that time too. So he pulled out the 930, and while she's giving him head, I see him recording her on his 930. He got the fucking flip shit, and he's recording her, giving him head. So in my head, I'm like, why this nigga doing that? What the fuck? Why he even doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga weird. You know what I'm saying? That's my boy, but sometimes you got question certain shit. So I'm just in my head, I'm like, why is it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why he doing that? She's so high, she don't even know he recording her. That's how hot she was. She was so fucking high off of whatever she was doing. Either it was dope, heroin. I don't know what the fuck she was on. Crack. I don't know what the fuck she was on. I heard the nigga. Fuck. I knew it was over. After he finished, she's like, okay, you got the money? This nigga passed her a $5 bill. I'm looking at it. $5 bill. She looks at me and she says, you want to go too? Hell nah, I ain't doing that shit. Like, you fucking crazy? Like, I was mind blown about the whole fucking shit. And then she's like, all right. And then he gave her the bread. And then we walking out, and she was such a like dope fiend or whatever the case, whatever she was on. She was looking at us like her head tilted, like, like her head was so tilted, like you could tell she was on something. Cause say this to our face, it's like yo, like like she was so intrigued. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was just like, even walking after that, she was like, you guys look like some good kids and this and that. And I'm just like, she leaves. And then now we on the train station. And now it's just me and him. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I looked at him so different after that. And we was on the train, and I'm looking at the nigga like disgusted a little bit. I'm just like, I'm gonna be real with you. I was looking at him disgusted. And at this point, like, that's my boy at the time. So I'm kind of like feeling like, damn, like, yo, you did all that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at him weird, but I'm trying to not make it hot. But I'm looking at him weird, you know what I'm saying? Like, after all of that shit, I'm looking at him weird. I'm just like, we're not even talking. We're not even talking at this point. We just silent because it's like, yo, all of this shit just happened. Like, he looking at me. Yo, you could tell in his face, you could tell he was embarrassed, and you could tell he was ashamed. He never had sex with a woman by that time. He just paid 5 cash. Apparently it was supposed to be for just neck, and now this nigga wanna do positions with her and then hit it. And I told him, I was like, why you hit it? I thought you was just gonna get neck. He was like, yo, I was mad horny, this and that. He was an addict, sex addict. That's my boy at the time, so I didn't want to OD. But I just looked at him different. I was like, I get you, you know what I mean? In my head, I'm like, hell no, I don't get you. Like, the fuck? Like, you just lost your virginity to a fucking crackhead. You just lost your virginity for 5 cash to a dope fiend that was missing teeth and was fucking, her eyes was behind her head like this, like, bruh. And what's crazy, right? He was a dude like chicks liked him, you know what I mean? So it was like, you just settled for this, you know what I mean? You just lost your virginity to a crackhead. We took the train back, and it was his stop, and he was like, like, he was embarrassed to even talk after that. You could see it in his face. He was like, yo, I'm out. And me knowing that he done did mad shit with his hands, I was like, yo, bro, like, he had no choice. He ain't had no choice. It's like, yo, don't say nothing. Like, don't say nothing. I was like, I ain't gonna say nothing. And I didn't say nothing until, like, I'm not no snitch, right? This what happened. And I would make this another one series, which I should, but I'm gonna just give it to y'all straight up. He went to the fucking hood. He went to the hood where we all chill at. And he was telling everybody that me and him went downtown and we met some chicks. He started showing them the video that he recorded on the 930. He was like, yo, me and him, we went downtown and we saw some chicks and it was with it. And that's how I lost my virginity, off some chicks that was just with it. And he was showing them. So on the video, you just see like the top of her head. You don't see her face. You just see the top coming down. So you don't even see she a crackhead. You just see the like her hair and him, no homo. You see the nigga fucking getting necked. And he was showing it off. Like he was actually like promoting it. Like he was actually like telling people like he was happy about it. Like he was like condoning it. Like he was proud of it. Like yo, me and him, we went downtown and we just caught some chicks and it was with it and I lost my virginity and shorty gave me neck and all of this. And I'm looking at the nigga like, that was my boy. What could I say? Like I'm just like, but my other boys that I was actually close with him, I mean, I told them like, yo, like this nigga just paid 5 cash. Like this nigga spent 5 cash to lose his virginity. So everybody else thought like he wanted to seem like he was the man. Like, yo, I got it like that. We went downtown and I just did some shit and I bagged these chicks and they was with it and I just lost my V. I caught neck. And I'm letting him rock. You know, I'm letting him rock. Like that's my man. What am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? What am I supposed to say at that point? You know, eventually, everybody found out. So that's what it was. Moral of the story is don't believe everything you hear and everything ain't what it seems. People just impersonators. They gonna make themselves look a certain way because that's what they want to do. They want to look a certain way. Unless you know the truth. What they say is 3 sides of the story. It's their story, my story, and the truth. Telling you the truth. So there you have it. That's the story of how somebody I knew lost their virginity for 5 cash. Like and subscribe. I got a lot more stories. Crazier stories. You thought this was crazy? Wait till you hear everything. I'm just telling the stories.
Cause it's about to be a situation.